Hello! It's the fourth day of our Greek cruise. Welcome to Mykonos.
Okay, and we're off the boat here in Mykonos. No announcement was made about getting off the boat, so we kind of waited for a while. But now we are going to try and join the boat. So this is the sea bus water taxi to the Mykonos town. You can see here is the booth to buy tickets and board the taxi. Again, it is €2 per person. So we're now in Mykonos, and Mykonos is just a maze. It's a maze because why?
Because they wanted to disorient pirates from, I guess, finding anything. So just to confuse them, they made it look like a maze.
Yeah, so there are winding streets, narrow corridors, steps, inclines, and just random stuff. So we're sort of just exploring the different areas. Sometimes you're walking through streets and you think you're in someone's backyard, but nope, it's just Mykonos.
So we watch out for moving vehicles in these tight streets here. They are maneuvering quite well, I gotta say.
So in a perfect world, as we visit these different sites in Mykonos, we'll kind of tell you how to get there. But as you start wandering the streets of Mykonos, you realize that's really impossible. The lefts, the rights, the curves, the steps, just the maze that is Mykonos. It is very difficult to tell or provide directions of how to get anywhere. So believe it or not, Google Maps works pretty well. If you have Google Maps and you're on GPS, you can navigate pretty well with Google Maps. So that's our tip, to find these different locations within the town of Mykonos. Use Google Maps.
So we've been seeing a lot of churches around, and the reason is because every time a sailor went out to sea, he'd make a deal with God, saying if he can make it back safely, he'd build a church. So every little corner, there's a church around on Mykonos.
Seriously, if you're a cat person, Mykonos is the island for you.
Okay, so we are at the Karavaki restaurant, which is inside the Vencia Boutique Hotel. And we've got some iced cappuccinos. And we are got kind of an overlooking view of Old Town Mykonos. So this is a chicken souvlaki.
This is the Greek gyro plate. Comes with pita bread. It is pork gyro and is seasoned fries.
Alright, and so this is the amazing view you get to see at the Karavaki restaurant.
So here's a view of old Mykonos town from above. This is the town of Chora. And Mykonos plays a major role in Greek mythology. In terms of the name of the island is named after its first ruler, who was called or named Mykonos, and is said to be either the son or the grandson of the sun god Apollo. Just off the coast is the island of Delos. Delos used to be the financial hub and center for ancient Greece, and it's an amazing place to visit. A lot of tours from Royal Caribbean and even tours from the island take you to Delos. It's not far, it's just off the coast of Mykonos. Just keep in mind that if you do go to Delos, it's a limited ferry schedule from Mykonos, so you have to time that correctly. And then once you're there, there's no shade, there's no food, there's nothing on the island. It's just ruins, it's just archaeological ruins. So you're walking around. I think most of the artifacts that they found have been taken out of Delos and put into the museum, which is here in Mykonos. So if you're going there, you're just really gonna go see ruins. I'm not saying don't go, but just kind of keep that in mind if you're fascinated by ruins and you really want to experience what it's like to be in what was once the financial hub or the major center of commerce for ancient Greece. Delos is definitely a place you want to go. We are not venturing off to Delos on this trip anyway. So there you go. That's your Greek history lesson for today from the island of Mykonos.
So if you're wondering why the colors are, there are certain colors on doors. They are traditionally painted blue for sailors and green for farmers and red for other.
Straight ahead is the Fabrika bus station, so if you're looking to go anywhere like Paradise Beach or Super Paradise Beach or really anywhere on the island from the old Mykonos Chora, this is where you go. Those are the buses there. They're coach buses actually, it's pretty nice. But you can board a bus there and go pretty much wherever you need to go. I'm not sure how clear it comes out in this video, but one thing about Mykonos, the water around the island, it is crystal clear. You could see the bottom all the way around. I'd be amiss if I didn't call out this little cove here. Well, I said the only beach, or the closest beach to the old Mykonos town, is actually all the way back there. Looks like some tourists or locals, no, I'm gonna say tourists, have found this little cove here and are doing some swimming and some sunbathing. So that's an option. Again, It's small and it's not picturesque, but it's right under a church, and I see some rocks where you can kind of hang out and a little bit of sand. So something to consider. Close to the port, close to the old Mykonos town. One thing you can consider doing in port is to rent the quad bike or a jeep or a car or one of these drivers to take you around town. They can also take you up to the Artemis Lighthouse if you don't want to walk it. If you walk it, it could take about an hour, I think, or maybe up to an hour, and then back.
4 miles.
Yeah, it's about 4.4 miles to the lighthouse, so consider that if you're looking for something to do in port.
So, it's about time we end our trip here in Mykonos and board the sea bus and head back to the ship. But before we do that, I just wanted to take a look at one of these churches. Mykonos is one of the islands we were most excited to see, and it did not disappoint. We spent about 7 hours here and we are exhausted. We're gonna head back to the ship. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.